What's up, guys? Welcome to one of the last videos, maybe, depending on how things go, of the year. And welcome to the Major Ben channel. I just want to quickly say the giveaway, the winner will be announced at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that. But we've got a really good one because we're going to be talking about all the amazing games that I am personally so excited for next year, or my top games that I'm excited for next year. If one's not included that's in your list, let me know what it is down below. Some have not confirmed release dates for like 2024, so I didn't include those, obviously. These are purely ones that at the moment have release dates of 2023, so don't worry if it's not included. But as I say, stick around to see who the winner is for the giveaway for this Friday, £5 gift card. I will be doing these every week in the new year, so look out for those on the channel. Stay subscribed and like this video as well if you enjoy it. But without further ado, let's get on to my first game that I'm excited about. I will tell you the release date of each game as well, and also the platform that they plan to release on. So the first game is Dead Space. I mean, I really don't think I need to talk about this game too much. We all know what Dead Space is, to be honest, and especially after the disappointment of Callisto Protocol this year, I think this is something that's now even more exciting than it was actually before. It's kind of got me hyped up for Dead Space, because Dead Space, in my opinion, is so much better, even the old one, than Callisto Protocol. I think that was just a huge disappointment. This will be actually launching on January 27th, and this has obviously been completely rebuilt from the ground up to offer even more immersive experience than we had when we first played this game. It will be releasing on PlayStation 5, Series X and S, and PC on January 27th, and that is one I'm so excited for. Now, next on the list, one of my most excited games, personally, is Hogwarts Legacy. This has had a kind of mad hype about it, like from Harry Potter fans to normal people, not normal people, but people like myself who I like Harry Potter, but I'm not one of those people who dresses up and talks about it 24/7. But I love Harry Potter, I love the world, and this one I'm excited for. It's completely open world. There is over an hour on YouTube of stuff you can watch between part 1 and part 2 about this game and what they show off. You can fly so far outside of Hogwarts. You can do pretty much anything you dream of doing in the Harry Potter world in this game. It's completely open world, so that's going to be absolutely insane. You learn all the spells, you go to lessons, you can look after your beasts that you collect, you have to feed them, you can play games with them. Like, it's insane. It's a huge game. It has a very strange launch date lineup though. So on PS5, Series X and S and Windows, you will get it on February 10th, and then on the last gen consoles, which I'm sad that it's kind of on, is April 4th, and then the Switch, because somehow this game is running on Switch, apparently that's going to be launched the 25th of July next year, so you're going to get it a lot later on Switch and the other consoles, but PS5 and Series X, you're good for February. Inshin, or Like a Dragon Inshin. Take up the sword of, I'm going to butcher this, you ready? Sakamoto Ryoma, and venture to 1860s Kyoto to find your father's killer. Clear yourself of a framed murder and restore your honor. The combat in this game looks absolutely incredible. And to be honest, I do want to start playing kind of more fighting games like this. They look insane, they play insane, and this one just graphically looks really good as well. This does launch on the 21st of February on every platform, including the last gen consoles, but not the Switch, obviously, because, you know, the Switch doesn't seem to do too well these days, as I made a video on the other day, so please go check that out. Atomic Heart is an upcoming FPS action role-playing video game developed by Mundfish. The story is a system failure at a Soviet facility leads machines to rebel against humans. Major P3's task is to eliminate the consequences of the accident and prevent the leakage of classified information threatening to destroy the whole world. This is a game that launches 21st of Feb and is available on all platforms, including last gen, and again, not the Switch. There's a theme happening here. But this one I'm actually really excited about. I think it looks really good graphically, and I think it just looks really different and interesting, and I'm definitely excited for this one. So Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty, a nameless I can't speak today. Militia soldier fights for survival as demons plague the three kingdoms during the latter Han Dynasty. I am really looking forward to this game, to be honest. It looks like it's going to be very intense, and kind of the gameplay reminds me of Naya. And to be honest, yeah, I'd say the gameplay is like Naya, and it's kind of with the mythology and themes of like China's Three Kingdoms period. So that looks really cool. And yeah, that launches 21st of February and is available again on all platforms, including last gen and not the Switch again. So yeah, to be honest, I'm disappointed with seeing so much last gen support in 2023. That kind of annoys me because we should be kind of getting out of that now. I think between the PS3 to PS4 is like 2 years. We kind of had games still being made for PS3, but who knows? Anyway, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I mean, guys, this one I really don't have enough to say about it. It's incredible. Obviously, it follows on from the first Jedi Fallen Order, one of my favorite games and my personal game of the year of 2019. This is the sequel, obviously. The story of Cal Kestis continues in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a galaxy-spanning third-person action-adventure game. This is another one of my most anticipated games of this year, or next year, sorry. It looks absolutely insane, and graphically it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see this on PlayStation 5 and Series X at 60 frames, looking absolutely gorgeous. Even Fallen Order, to be honest, with the next-gen update, looks incredible on both next-gen systems. I can't wait for this one, man. This game launches March 17th and is only available on next-gen platforms. Thank frickin' Christ for that. Nothing is being held back by last-gen, and they're actually using Unreal Engine 5, so I'm very, very excited for that one. That's definitely something that's really, really good, and I can't wait to dive into that one. Next is Resident Evil 4. Now, obviously, this is a remake of the 2005 original game, and that's great news because that's a great game. There's not a lot to say here as it's just, it's a remake, but we should expect to get all bells and whistles of next gen, but it is sad to see they're still launching this game on previous gen hardware, but obviously we'll still get upgrades, PS5 and Series X and Series S will get upgrades over the last gen, higher resolutions, higher frame rates, but again, launching everywhere except the Switch. System Shock. Now, I wanted to add this one to my list because it's not one that probably many people are talking about. And this is a game I've only found out about recently, but this is the remake of the 1994 classic for newer hardware. I'm not sure actually what the game is entirely, but it's very cyberpunk-esque. And to be honest, it's something that looks a little bit different. I'm excited for it. It's launching everywhere except for the Switch, but personally, I'd imagine the Switch could definitely run this game. So I would like to see this kind of game launch on Switch at some point because it's definitely doable, judging by the graphics. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now, this one is definitely in my top 3 of excitement for that. To be honest, there's so many, actually. I don't know. This is definitely one that's very up there, though. I mean, I don't really need to say much about this one either. Breath of the Wild is obviously one of my favorite games of all time, and this is the sequel. So one of my favorite memories of the Switch, actually, was opening my Switch on launch day, booting up Breath of the Wild, which I got with my Switch, and seeing that amazing open world when you step onto that great plateau and you can see everything. You can go wherever you like at any point. On the Switch, on a handheld, it was such a good day that day in 2017. Man, I love that. It's gorgeous. I love the game so much. But this is the sequel. Can't wait to see what they do with this. On the 12th of May, this is launching for obviously only the Switch. But please, Nintendo, can we get some new freaking hardware? I made a video a couple of days ago. Check that one out. Just talking about Switch 2, Switch Pro, whatever the hell they're going to call it. Just give us some new hardware. This thing is being pushed to the max and beyond. It's not keeping up very well at all. Diablo 4, after millions have been slaughtered by the actions of the High Havens and Burning Hells alike. In the power vacuum, a legendary name resurfaces. Lilith, daughter of Mephisto, the whispered... I can't speak anyway. Anyway, I have a confession that I really, really want to make here because I think this is embarrassing from my part, but this is something that needs to be said. I have never played a Diablo game. So yeah, hate me in the comments below, but I am very excited to try this as it's my first one. If there's anything I should actually know, probably a lot, but please tell me down in the comments below. I don't know if they follow on or anything. This is launching June the 6th on every platform, including last gen, but not Switch, obviously. And I'm excited to try my first Diablo game, so let me know here. The next game is another one I've never played of the series. Final Fantasy XVI. I know, guys, I'm terrible, but this is going to be my first Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy XVI. I've just never picked one up before. I just haven't. It's not something I felt like I wanted to try, but I've had so many friends who keep telling me to play it. They just adore these games, and I feel I'm just desperately missing out. So they told me I must play the games. They've also said that they don't really seem to follow on too too much. Obviously, there's some stuff in there that characters are the same and things, but they don't follow on too much from what I gather. Yeah, this is June 22nd on PlayStation. This is a launch, only on PlayStation at launch. I think it's a timed exclusive, but they never seem to actually come to Xbox. I don't know. It seems weird with that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking that up on PS5 for sure. Starfield, man. Starfield, this is one that should be on everyone's hype list for next year if you've got a Series X or a PC or Series S. But I am nervous for this game as well as excited. The last few years, Bethesda have not had the best launches. I mean, do we actually need to talk about Fallout 76 again? I mean, I don't know, but I'm optimistic with this one. I believe with this being owned by Xbox now and the engineers that are helping with this game from Xbox that they're sending out to help get these running on the consoles and stuff, this could be very incredible. This could be such a good open world title. And I just hope they fix the performance issues from that gameplay showcase we had a little while back. And I would never have shown something off in that state. Like, it just doesn't help. It just puts a bad name on Microsoft and it puts a bad name on Bethesda again. But let's hope they can iron all that out, really fix things. It got delayed, obviously, into 2023. We don't have a firm release date, but I imagine, in my personal opinion, it's going to be the second half of the year, and it will only be launching on Series X, S, and PC. The next one is even more excited, in my opinion, or I'm more excited for, is Spider-Man 2. Now, this one's going to be absolutely insane. I can't wait for this game. We only recently actually heard that this will be coming in fall of 2023 or autumn here in the UK, if you're like myself. Other than the incredible story and gameplay the Insomniac puts into these games, the other thing I'm very excited about is seeing this game graphically. It's going to be the first Spider-Man game or Spider-Man exclusive game that's exclusive. Sorry, I can't speak. That's exclusive to the PlayStation 5 with no last gen holding this game back. They can actually fully utilize the power of the PS5's hardware, much like they did for Ratchet and Clank, and that game looked insane. We can expect the same treatment here with Spider-Man. It's going to be great to see. So this is obviously launching exclusive for PlayStation 5 in fall of 2023. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games over the last few games of the Assassin's Creed franchise, but I'm excited to see what the change of setting can be like in this game. You actually be playing as Basim, which kind of goes a little bit back to the old style Assassin's Creed games a little bit more, rather than Valhalla, which is obviously Vikings. A cunning street thief, a cunning street thief in the 9th century Baghdad that becomes a deadly assassin through a mysterious organization known as the Hidden Ones. This, unfortunately, is actually going to be launching on last-gen hardware, which is frustrating to me because it'd be nice to get an exclusive Assassin's Creed game with next-gen platforms and PC. But it's launching on last gen with everything else except Switch again. Not a firm date, but it's scheduled for 2023. We'll have to see how that holds up. Stalker 2. Now, I really don't want to touch on this one too much because this game really is not confirmed for next year. With everything going on in the world right now, it's not going to be surprising if it does get delayed. But at the moment, it's set for 2023. With things going on, though, guys, don't hold me to that. Let's just see what's going to happen with everything like that. So we'll move on to the next one. Hollow Knight, Silksong. This indie game is the sequel to the original Hollow Knight, obviously launched in 2017, captured and brought to this unfamiliar world. Hornet, a princess protector of hollow nests, must battle foes and solve mysteries as she descends on a deadly pilgrimage to the kingdom's peak. This game is going to be launching on all consoles, including the Switch. Yay, finally an actual Switch game on the list that isn't an exclusive to Nintendo. Now, we don't actually have a firm date for this game. It does say that it's 2023, but there is actually an article saying it will drop before June 2023, so look forward to that. It's one I'm very, very excited for. The next one is Wolf Among Us 2. Now, I'm very confused here when I saw this because I thought that Telltale Games had completely shut down many years back. I was really sad when that news actually came out originally that they were shutting down the company, as The Walking Dead Telltale games are some of my favorite games of all time. I love those games, and many of the other Telltale games for that matter, including Wolf Among Us 1. So it was very sad to see at that time, but it does seem like they're still going and they're very much alive. The Wolf Among Us 2 is a continuation of the Wolf Among Us series, which is an adventure/action game based on the book Fables written by Bill Willingham, but the story takes place 20 years before the incidents of the book. This game doesn't have an exact date yet, but we're currently looking for it to be launched in 2023, or they are currently looking for it to be launched in 2023. I'm not launching the game. It does say no Nintendo Switch at this time, but I would be very surprised if this doesn't launch on Switch. Some of the other Telltale games are on Switch. They seem like a perfect fit for that kind of platform, and they're not graphically demanding, so I would be surprised if we don't see a Switch port some point after, or maybe even at launch. Hellboy 2. This is the last one on my list for now. This is another one of Xbox's big exclusive games coming next year. And I'm excited, man. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan, though, of the first game. I didn't really enjoy the puzzles. I'm not a big puzzle gaming guy. But from what I have heard, it seems like it's going to be more combat elements in this second game, which I'm excited to see. I had someone actually comment recently on one of my last videos where I talked about Hellblade having a massive go at me about how combat can't be in a game. You can have combat in a game as well as have puzzles and as well as capturing the whole mental health issue. Like, I hate people like that in the comments when they just have a dig at me for saying I want more combat in a freaking video game, and that's going against mental health issues because you can't capture it with combat. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. They can include everything, but it's better if there's some combat elements, because in the end of the day, it's a video game. It's not set as just a puzzle game, and they've already addressed this, saying they want some more combat elements, so they obviously listen to my opinion, not me, but many other people, and not yourself. So ignore yourself and just go somewhere else and be stupid. So obviously that's going to be using Unreal Engine 5 as well, which is I'm so excited about. I personally think it's going to be one of the best looking games next year. I think it's just going to be absolutely insane. This is only launching on the next gen Xbox consoles and PC. It currently has a date for 2023, but to be honest, I could see it being pushed back to 2024. But for now, it's obviously in my excited games for 2023 because it does say 2023. So that's it for the main part of the video, but we have our giveaway winner that I'm going to announce right now. So the winner is BB Mats, if I pronounced that correctly. Congratulations. I've already contacted you on Instagram. So well done. You've won the £5 giveaway. There will be more in the new year. I'm not doing one over Christmas. I'm going to have a bit of a break. And then in the new year, first week back, we'll get to doing one on the Friday. So stay tuned for that on the channel. I'll obviously tweet them out and stuff, and you guys will see it there. But congratulations, BB. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in future content. Bye-bye for now.